Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. Boy, it's a steamy one. We've been having these thunder showers too. So, getting right into this, Joe put up another MMA episode, number 143. Sean Strickland, that's two in a row. Yesterday, Matt Sarah, I did a video. Now it's Sean Strickland. Got about an hour left, and holy shit, I did not expect this. I mean, I know Sean Strickland's a wild man. He says some crazy shit on social media, Instagram, Twitter. He's gotten into a lot of trouble, you know? Like one of the things on Twitter, if I had a gay son, I'd be a failure as a father. So a lot of homophobic stuff. Kind of had the rep that he used to be kind of a, white supremacist, neo-Nazi. He looks like it too. So here's the thing with Sean. He brutal childhood, and in fact he was a white supremacist neo-Nazi, basically white trash. His father was a piece of shit. He talks about him, said he wanted to kill him, actually had a gun to his head when he was 17. He goes, fucking shoot yourself, motherfucker. Like really nutty, crazy shit. He gets into detail about what it was like growing up, and like, oh my god, like he would take his father's porno stuff, and I mean, he's a kid, second, third grade. He'd wait by the door while his father was having sex with his mom, but he was afraid his father was gonna kill her. I mean, the most wild shit I've ever heard. This is the 143rd MMA show. He's actually done more, Joe. This is the wildest one. This is absolutely crazy insane. And I got to say something about Joe Rogan. Like I've been getting like even yesterday's video, was it yesterday? Yeah, on Matt Sarah. Like I said, oh, Joe, not really a fan of his anymore because he's become this radical right-wing reactionary and all this. And I got some emails and stuff like, fuck you, why are you going? Joe's powerful. His fan base is huge, and his fan base is pretty fucking intense. It's kind of like a Trumpy thing, like you go after Rogan, you're gonna hear it from his simps, his fan base. So, like, who the fuck are you to go after Rogan? I gotta say this about Joe. I'll give him a thumbs up here. He did an amazing job with this interview, trying to control him and all this. Like, whoa, that's pretty fucking crazy. Like, Sean Strickland was kind of like, hey, how did he say? Like, not that he worships the devil, but I'm more aligned with Satan than God my whole life. Like, wild stuff. And like, I want to kill someone. I want to feel what it's like to stab someone. Not that I'm gonna do it, but like, and when I do shit, like I sleep like a baby. I can't even think of anything that I could possibly do that would affect me in a negative way, or would affect my sleep, essentially. And Joe is like, holy shit. Like, dude, you're lucky you found the UFC and mixed martial arts, because no question about it, bro, you'd be in jail. You'd be in prison. And this is a way to sort of channel all that negativity. Joe is very good that way, and basically Joe's a good guy. I've been hard on Joe, but like I said, I've been listening to Joe since the beginning, 2009. Not going to repeat myself here like Joe does, always repeating himself, but huge fan. I know the guy has a good heart. Like, he's basically a good guy. Just recently he's been a little nutty with this right-wing shit. So let me show you a clip here. There's one thing here where I agree. Like, he basically says, usually I'm on the right side of things, Sean Strickland, but when it comes to Kyle Rittenhouse, the George Floyd murder, and the New York City subway murder, and I've done a couple of videos on this, the Daniel Penny, Jordan Neely, the Marine guy who choked out and killed, and I said murder. Okay, that is murder, and they talk about it, and he agrees with me. Yesterday, Rogan was like, oh, this guy was threatening people, and it really disappointed me. Like, bro, you take jujitsu, you're not gonna hold the full naked on for more than 15 seconds. Come on. Even Matt Sarah said it yesterday. Matt Sarah says, what are you doing there? Like, I'm going to see the circumstance. I want to see the full tape. want to know all the details. But from what I see in the face of it, especially if you're a trained jiu-jitsu player, martial artist, that's murder, man. All right, here's Sean Strickland. I'm going to put the full link, all the links in the comment section, but let me just show you this. Just like a minute. Sean on the Jordan Neely, the George Floyd, and the Kyle Rittenhouse. Here we go.
That guy in the subway fucking choked that dude out.
Yeah, I need to see the whole video. I need to see how long he held that choke, because if the guy, you can't hold a choke for a minute.
So me, I'm in the same way, dude. I'm generally like on the Republican leaning side, where I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I thought the cop that killed George Floyd was guilty. I think George Floyd was probably a royal fucking piece of shit. I don't think we should put statues.
Ellie is planned for.
He's exactly right.
I don't think we should put statues in his honor, but in your custody, in your care. Yeah. And the fact that man's like, hey, I'm fucking dying, and you're just like,
right,
my wife's fucking the neighbor. I don't care. I'm going to hold this choke till I feel better.
Right.
So I think that guy was guilty. But yeah, that guy in the subway, dude, 100%. You can't, like.
Yeah, but the guy was threatening people, and the guy had a long history of assaults and.
See, there's Joe.
I mean, dude, you do jiu-jitsu. Like, how long do you hold a choke to kill?
Well, I do jiu-jitsu, though. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I would have just, once I got the guy's back, I would have just held on to it and just not squoze his fucking neck.
Exactly. Let me pause. I'm going to continue this. That's what I said in my other videos. Like, you do jiu-jitsu, restrain him. Sure, he's threatening. Listen, man, I worked in the city 2 decades on the subway all the time. You see that shit all the time, and it is scary. You know, it can be scary. You don't know. People get shoved in front of the subway tracks. Bad shit happens. I understand that. Just restrain him, man. You killed him. What are you doing? You could kill someone in 15 seconds. You get it in right, cutting off, as we know, the carotid arteries, the blood flow. So once the guy's out, or just restrain him. And then some guys go for the windpipe too, which is kind of fucked up. Matt Sarah talked about that. But anyway, let me continue on for a minute more.
I hope he gets, again, the guy was.
But I don't know what happened.
So the guy was
Did the guy die from asphyxiation, or did the guy have a heart attack because he was on drugs? Because this was the thing that they said about George Floyd, is that he was going to die of a fentanyl overdose anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
true. A right-wing
but
thing.
I don't know what the case is with this guy, but I do know that there was another guy who was holding him down that was a black guy that they conveniently left out of all these outrage articles.
Yeah,
and they tried to make it a white-on-black thing. Yeah,
dude, I'd be curious. If I will say one thing, if it wasn't fentanyl he died of, they're 100% guilty. Like you can't hold a choke for 15 minutes.
Exactly what I said.
It's also like some people don't know that. They don't know. Look, anybody can teach you how to do that. That's not hard to do. Yeah, no. It's not like doing a wheel kick. Yeah. It's like a very easy movement for your body to do. Yeah. Every fucking kid, when I was a boy, when we would watch pro wrestling, they knew a sleeper hold. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew it. You know, so it's like, if he doesn't know any better, and he doesn't know that you can't hold on to a choke because he's not trained. I know he was a Marine, but how much?
They don't teach you shit.
They don't teach you shit. So who the fuck knows how much this guy actually knew? When I'm looking at with the way he was squeezing the neck, it didn't look like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, no. You know what's fucked up, though, dude? None of this cool shit ever happens to me, you guys.
Let me pause this. It's an intense podcast. Like, I got about an hour left. I'll tell you, one of the best MMA. Like, if you want wild shit. And I'm glad, we're on the same page here, So another thing, very uncomfortable. Sean Strickland doesn't give a fuck. He goes after it. He was going after Izzy hard. Like saying Izzy's jerking off his dog, and Izzy's a fucking con artist, scumbag, all this stuff. And Joe loves Adesanya. Joe loves it. I like Adesanya too. I think he's a really good guy. So Joe's like, oh my God, like he doesn't know what to say because he doesn't want to be rude. He's kind of playing that middle. He's like, thank God you found UFC, man. You got some darkness in you. All right, I'm almost at 10 minutes. I'm going to do a couple more videos on this. Very intense. Holy shit. Okay, good friends, good books on a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here in Tabor Talk. I'm going to be doing more on the effects of combat sports and CTE, all this stuff in the news about people. It got into Stephen Bonner too. Like this is serious stuff. Like this is a long video, but I love the sport. But man, it's a violent sport, and there were consequences. Okay, peace, everyone.